So I want to go ahead and do the structure in Revit, and again, really simplifying it. We've gone ahead and made this exterior ellipse for the floor, and then I offset that 2 feet here to give me the ellipse for the structure. And then I also made 2 ellipses here and kind of offset them to accommodate that interior. And both of these are going to be sloped at the same angle. So we created a line here that's going to represent our structural angle. And I'm going to bring both of these up. You know, we're just simplifying things. And I created a surface here. If I go to shaded, you can see it. That's on that plane. So I just created a line perpendicular here and made a surface. And I'm going to project this interior line up onto that surface, and I'm going to project this interior line up onto that surface. So if I go to project, right, it'll say select curves and points to project. So I want to project that, and then enter, and it says select poly surfaces and meshes to project to. So I'm just going to pick that guy, and it's going to project that, right? So you can see it projecting it up. And then I'll just repeat the command and, repeat the command and do it with that one, right? So now I've got those 2 guys. If I turn off the structure, and let's turn off the planes, right? Then that's what I've got. I don't really need this surface anymore. I'll just flip it to extra to get rid of it for right now. But really what I need are these 2 and these 2. I don't even really need this anymore, right? I don't really need this anymore. It's just a guideline. So really all I need are these 4. So I'm just going to pick these guys and export select. So file, export selected. And I'm going to do it as a DWG. I just prefer those. You could probably use a 3DM, but I prefer the DWG. So I'll just save this as 2D structure. Okay, click OK, and the default should be fine. Click OK, and it exports that. So if I go to Revit, I'm just going to open a new project. So I'm just going to go to new, and I'm just going to open a default one. You could start from your template if you wanted, or one of the templates I gave you, but I'll just go to default, new project, and it'll open up a new project. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to component model in place, and I'm going to go grab the mass and click OK, and it turns the masses on. Thank you very much. And then I'm just going to say this one can be structure. Okay. And then I'm going to go to insert and link CAD, and I'm going to grab that guy. So let's go get it. Go and click open, and it'll bring that guy in. And I'll just finish the mask for now. It'll yell at us a little bit that it says it doesn't have any solid geometry, but we're fine with that. And so this is kind of what you should have. I have an extra line in there, but that's okay. All right. So so basically you want to create a structure around here, some columns, and then some glass, and then we'll sweep the top and the bottom, and then we'll do the same for that. So let's go ahead and create the columns that go around this guy. So if you pick the mass and edit in place, you can come in, and if you tap your tab key, you can get the curves. And so I'm going to pick that curve and hold down my control key. But sorry, let's start over. So I'm tapping my tab key until I get the curve. Then I'm hovering, tapping the tab key until I get the curve and left clicking. Then I'm hovering over the curve that I want, tapping the tab key until it highlights, holding down the control key and adding that to my selection, right? And then I'm going to divide that path. And it's going to divide it. Do the same thing to the bottom one. So tab, left click, hover, tab, hold down the control key, left click, and divide the path. So now I've got 2 divisions on these guys. And I want more, these are where our columns are going to go, and I want more divisions on it. So if I come in and pick that divide and hold down the control key and pick the other divide, I can actually put a little parameter on it that will allow me to change those divisions at the same time instead of having to do them individually. So you can see the divisions here, but there's a little associate family parameter. And if I click on that, I can go to new, and I can say division. All right, and I'll click OK and click OK. Now once I do that, it adds it to my family types dialog box, and if I left click on that, it gives me a division, and I can say I want 16 and click OK, and they'll come in there and give me 16. Now I want to put columns on these guys, right? So when we come back, we'll put columns on.